let's be honest. When it comes to the boys, these two right here are the only saving grace the show has left. What's rocking my rock and rollers? Today we're going to be discussing the recent release, season 5 premiere of The Boys, and just my very overall quick thoughts. This is not going to be like a breakdown of it. It's just going to be, like I said, overall quick thoughts. So with that being said, let's just get right into it. Let's see, where do I start? Before I do season 5, let me just recap my brief thoughts on the previous season. So season 1, I loved, like pretty much everyone does. I thought it was an interesting, unique take on superheroes, especially at the time, which was what, 2019? Yeah, that was in the first season release. So, love season 1. Season 2 was a step down, but I still really liked it. Season 3, I actually liked. That's like the first one where they brought Soldier Boy in and all that. I actually really like that one. I know a lot of people don't, but I really like it. Season 4, which was the previous season, I thought was just boring. I can't really remember much of it. And yeah, that's basically just quick thoughts. So with season 5, going into it, I was kind of like, okay, like, yeah, season 4 wasn't good, and they're going to shoehorn in allegories for what's going on, just like every other modern show does. But it's the 5th season, it's the last one. It's kind of like Stranger Things, like it's the last one. I made it this far. Let's see how it is. So what was it, Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday, because it's Thursday. Let me see. It's Thursday right now, recording this video. So yesterday, the first two episodes of season 5 dropped, and they were interesting, to say the least. So basically, as we saw at the end of season 4, Homelander's like, he's not actually president, but he's essentially president. He's like the puppet who controls the president of the United States. So he's basically president. He's president of America, and like I think they said this season takes place, I think it's like a year after season 4. There's some time in between, and like the whole world's bought into Homelander's Kool-Aid, so to speak, and they have like all these disinformation campaigns trying to smear him and all that. And there's one scene where I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's go back to that. Yeah, so he's in charge. He's rounding up people that don't like him into camps, like Starlight supporters into camps. And that's where we have like Huey, Frenchie, and MM are in one camp. And the whole first episode is basically Butcher's a wanted fugitive. He has that like the squid tentacle thing inside of him, and he's wanted, so he's off doing his own thing. And Starlight's a fugitive as well, out. And like I said, Huey, MM, and Frenchie are in this camp, and basically Starlight and Butcher finds Starlight, and then Butcher finds Kimiko, then Starlight, and then they team up to try to break out the other three to get the band back together to get. So they need Frenchie, so you can have this virus that can hopefully kill every supe, mainly Homelander, and save the world, so to speak. That's basically the plot. They need Frenchie to create the virus to kill all supes. That's basically it. And that's pretty much a good recap. So I have some notes here I'm looking at, some brief thoughts. That was the plot. So in terms of characters, let's start with the boy. Let me pull up this picture here so I know which one. Okay, so for the crew, hell, let's just get right into it. So on the right in this photo is A-Train, and well, spoilers. Like I said, spoilers. They kill his ass the first episode, which I wasn't expecting. I was expecting them to do it for the first episode. I kind of expected them to do it sometime in the season, but I didn't think it was going to be right away. But his death, they were setting it up. It was coming. We all knew it. And the way they did it, so basically, like, he helps Butcher and them rescue Huey and them in the camp, and Homelander comes after him and breaks his neck in the woods. And there was a kind of interesting scene where before, like, Homelander's grabbing him by the throat on the tree, and he's like, you're nothing, you're never going to be nothing, and Homelander just snapped his neck. So yeah, A-Train is dead. There was a scene with him in the deep where, like, we see A-Train's, I think it's his older brother, where, like, they have to move around because, A-Train's a fugitive and they're wanted. And there's a good scene where A-Train's like, I have to protect my family, and his brother's like, oh, like, moving us around, like, you're still protecting us, we're grateful. That scene I kind of did like. And then the Deep shows up, and A-Train tries to do, like, talk to the Deep and have him go, hey, like, just so you know, Homelander, he's gonna betray you, like, you're just a pawn for him, like, wake up in the deep, so basically just a sim, which more on him in a bit. Just doesn't listen to him, and A-Train goes, and then later on he dies. But I'm all over the place, but this whole show seems to be, so who cares. So that's A-Train. It's kind of the same, nothing's really changed so far. Let's see on this list. Frenchie, again, it's kind of the same, nothing really changed. Kamiko, oh my god, Kamiko. So, as we saw at the end of season 4, I think they revealed that she can talk now, and man, she is so fucking annoying. It's unbearable. Like, they do to her, I did a video on it a couple months ago. Actually, I think my most well-performing video, talking about like the Starfleet Academy and Fallout, like quirky Chungus. How they turn women, specifically like pretty, beautiful women, into like these just annoying, just rambling idiots. Like Kamiko, she does like the, oh yeah, like, yeah, I'm gonna fight you. Oh yeah. It's so annoying. Like every time she opens her mouth, you just, and Butcher's there, like, Butcher wants to kill all Supes, as we know, like, can he kill her? Like, please, can he just get those tentacles and just strangle her? Or just cut her vocal cords, something? Because I don't know if I could take a whole season of her talking, hey, oh my god, yeah, eating that croissant, yeah, it's just, it's all so tiresome. So yeah, Kamiko, absolutely annoying, I hope she dies. Starlight, they're setting her up as like the, I don't want to say like the anti-movement to Homeland, like she's the resistance, and I just don't buy it. Like, you have Homelander, this, for all intents and purposes, a god, godlike powers, and you have this little like 5 foot something, 100-pound woman. Like, I'm gonna take down the resistance. Like, sit your ass down. You ain't taking down nothing. And again, like, people have talked about it endlessly. I don't want to talk about it too much, but like her, like, what do you want to call it? The why can't I think of it? Oh, like the actress's facial like surgery, which people have, like I said, talked about it, but it's weird because like some scenes she looks like very pretty and normal, but then there's other scenes where you could tell she's had a lot of work done. It's like, is this like a different lens? Like, what's going on here? Like, it looks almost like 2 different people somewhat. So that's cool. And then Butcher, that last 2, Butcher he's okay. He's still Butcher. I think he's the only one, for me personally, he's the only one out of this group that is likable, like as a character. All the other ones are just whiny, and I hope they die. Which leads into the greatest example of this, and that is Huey. And oh my god, I hope Huey dies. He is by far, like, Kimiko's annoying, but Huey is on the other end of the spectrum, equally as annoying. It's unbearable. This whole cast is unbearable, it seems like now. Huey is like the typical, like, what you would think of like as like the woman. I know that sounds sexist, but the only way I can describe it is like the woman, like, what are we? You can't do that, my feelings. But he's supposed to be a man, and he comes to it, and nothing against Jack Quaid, the actor, and his actor, he wants a paycheck, yeah, nothing against him, but the character, he's so whiny and just weak, and like, I'm a male feminist, like, he's one of those types, and it's just, I hope he dies. That's basically it for the boys. Now, on the other side, let's talk about the Supes. Just real quick, briefly. So Black Noir in the deep. Let me pull up this photo. So with Black Noir, he's not talking again. Remember, like the real one, like the first one died, and then they replaced him with the other one who talks. But this one hasn't talked yet in the first 2 episodes. So I don't know if they're setting something up later on down the line. But he doesn't talk. Which there is some kind of funny scenes with him in the deep where Deep's trying to have a conversation. Noir's just standing there all stoic, like. It's pretty funny. As for the Deep, I mean, how he's lasted this long in the show is beyond me. And now he's like a masculinity influencer podcast. Not just any masculinity, like state approved masculinity, like masculinity through like a female, like, what we think is okay for like masculine men to be. Like, he has a podcast, like I said, he's suntanning his butt, which is just, why?
Soul. The ancient Taoists believed that perennium sunning stopped chi, life force, from leaving the body, and invited prana, solar energy, in.
I know that was a thing a while ago, but come on, man, really? So yeah, I have a feeling he's probably gonna die, which I think a lot of characters are gonna die this season for the finale. But there's them two. Let's see who else. So we have this, what's her name? Sister Sage, like the smart black woman who is kind of the same as last season. She's arrogant because she's the smartest soup in the world, and people have to listen to her. Whatever, I don't care about her. Ashley is now the vice president, which I don't remember them. I think that's new. I don't remember them setting that up last season, so I think that's new for this season. But she's the vice president. The real president's like a kind of a weak, like weak man that Homelander can bend to his will. She's kind of just there. Not really much to her. She has like I think she referred to it as a tumor, like in the back of her head. Like she takes off the wig and she has like a little face. It reminded me like of Total Recall, like with like the dude coming out of the chest. It's something like that, except for the head, which is like a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde type dynamic. And she hears voices like, oh yeah, like Ashley's in a meeting. She doesn't disagrees with whoever it is she's talking to, and the voice in her head is like, yeah, like I don't like him, like you're the right girl, you need to go against him, that type of thing. So yeah, that's her. There's a new character they introduced, this dude on the right of this photo here. I don't know his name, I forgot his character's name, but he's like supposedly like a Christian pastor, preacher, soup, and he's in a relationship with Ashley as like a tabloid thing, like, oh, we gotta like present that the vice president's married type thing. And he comes across, again, nothing against the actor, but he comes across as like them mocking just preachers and religious people, like Hollywood always does, like the over the top, yeah, can I get an amen, like that type. Yeah, there's really nothing to say about him. That's pretty much it about him. And now let's talk about, like I said in the beginning, the only two saving graces of the show, and that's Soldier Boy and Homelander. I mean, let's just be honest. These two, specifically Homelander, is the only reason people watch this show. Like, let's just be real. It's the Homelander show. Once he goes, well, I would say once he goes, the show dips, but it's the last season, so it doesn't matter. But there is some funny scenes with him, like since he has like all this power, he almost like doesn't know how to deal with like all the people talking about him, which is super cool. And Anthony Starr, and I like how people who don't like the show all agree, like him as Homelander is just, it is god tier level casting. This is almost, I don't want to say, oh no, this is perfect like villain casting. He's easily up there in terms of like actors playing villains, easily top 10, maybe even top 5 of all time. He is that good as Homelander. There's a couple scenes, let me pull it up real quick. There's a couple funny scenes where like he's like talking to Sage, like, have you seen the memes about me? Like they're everywhere, and it's the scene like, and it's all the memes we've come to know and love over the years, like the yeah, or like all the facial like ticks he does. Oh, it's so good, and the fact that they acknowledged it in the show is just, it's so funny.
Have you seen the memes? Have you seen the memes about me?
Another scene was when they Homelander's plan to try to lure Butcher and Starlight in to like, rescue Huey and them in the camp. He gets there first, and he has Huey, MM, and Frenchie all tied up. And I didn't realize this, but like it's the first time MM and Homelander have actually shared a scene together. Which, when the scene happened, I was like, oh my god, like yeah, it is the first time they've been together. And there's an awesome moment where Homelander's like, you didn't tell me that his name is MM, like. It's so good.
You never told me that this one's nickname is Mother's Milk.
That part was actually good. What can I say about Homelander coming up? What's left? Oh, I know one. A new Homelander meme has just dropped on the very, I don't know, it's the second episode. A new meme just dropped. Here we go. The memes, they're still going strong. Homelander's good. As for Soldier Boy, they bring him back. So in episode 2, Homelander like uncriofreezes him to bring him out because he kind of he says like in the show they do it because like they need some like a test subject. So because Butcher is creating this virus, let's send Soldier Boy in. So if the virus works, we know what we're up against. That type of thing. Is it kind of tactical, what he called it, tactical decision? But really, like, they play it off as that. But in reality, it looks like he's kind of lonely. Like, nobody understands the power he has, but the only person who does is Soldier Boy. So that's why he releases him. And Soldier Boy, he's in the episode briefly. I read some of the reviews that he's in it a lot, like the season a lot coming up. He has a lot of screen time, which is good because he's like the only good character besides Homelander, which is funny because when he comes back, he is the same, like, yeah, Americana, I don't like commies, which is great. And it's so funny because specifically when you look at him compared to the Deep, where like the Deep is what they think masculinity should be like, and then you have Soldier Boy, who like is in their mind is what masculinity shouldn't be. Like, it's what people hate, but in reality, it reminds me of when he first was like brought into season 3, and Eric Kripke and the writers were like, yeah, he's like, no one's gonna like him, he's toxically masculine, yeah, he's angry, but yet he was the one character everybody like universally loved, and it looks like it's gonna be the same this season. Like, that leads into like the main point I have, which is, well, the first title of this video. I could change the title, but the title of this video right now, my initial conception of it was like the scary look into the liberal mind. And that's what it is. Like, this is how, when you look at this whole show overall, like the camps, we're the resistance, Soldier Boy, like, this is how these people actually think. Like, these people in Hollywood and the writers, they actually think this is what like normal America is. And it's just like, I knew that we all know they're out of touch, but this much? There was this other thing I just thought of. This tweet I saw, let me pull it up. So it says, generally what, hashtag the boys, and it's a scene from, I think it was like the first episode where it's Sage and Ashley, and they say, we arrested, so basically, to black this meme up, to get some context, so Homelander wants every Starlight supporter rounded up in camps, and if you post anything, you like videos about her, like the resistance, so to speak, round them up. So they say, we arrested Chaparral and Tyler the Creator. And the quote treat on this is, the world building kind of sucks in the boys. And I didn't get it. I didn't bookmark it, sadly, but the comment underneath this quote treat was, whenever like the show mentions real life people, like, it pulls me out. That's what this guy says, it pulls me out of the show. And I kind of agree with him. Every time they they mention a real life person, or we did this, it does kind of break your immersion. Like, oh wait, what? Like, they're trying to blur the lines between reality. Like, this is what reality is, and not just a show for entertainment. But anyway, guys, this video is going kind of longer than I initially thought, but I just kind of wanted to rant and talk about it. I am gonna watch the last 8 episodes just because like it's the end, and I want to see how it ends. But man, this show has gone down, like a lot of shows, has gone downhill fast. Overall thoughts, a lot of characters are annoying, and I hope they meet their maker, so to speak. And Homelander and Soldier Boy are the only saving grace. Oh, one more thing about Soldier Boy before I forget. Like, him being so popular is the only way he got that spin-off show, because if you guys don't know, there's a spin-off show with Soldier Boy set in the past about like the founding of Vought, or like the Vought in its early days, and like it was at the 50s or the 60s they say it takes place in. And the only reason that show got greenlit is because of his popularity in season 3 and overall in the show. There is no way they would do that show if he wasn't, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. But most importantly, guys, what are your thoughts? Did you watch the premiere? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Please like this video, comment below, and let me know.